Okay, so the derivative is basically the instantaneous rate of change at any point. So if I were to ask you guys what the derivative of this red point was, even though we don't have grid lines, you could say that the derivative is positive because you know that the graph or the function is increasing at that red point. Now, if I were to ask you guys what the derivative at this green point was, you guys could tell me that the derivative is equal to 0, because if I were to draw the tangent line over here, it would be a horizontal line with slope of 0. Now, if I were to ask you the derivative of this orange point right here, you could tell me that the derivative is negative because at this point the function is decreasing. If I were to ask you guys to compare the derivative of the absolute value of this red point and the absolute value of the derivative at this orange point, you guys could still give me an answer, because if you were to imagine, or I could draw a line right here through this orange point that's tangent to our graph, you would notice that this line is not as steep as this line would be. What does that mean? Well, that means that the derivative of this orange point, the absolute value of the derivative, is less than the derivative of this red point, because this is not as steep. So the instantaneous rate is lower.